Hello, welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Ross Sutherland.
On the corner of Church and Mission Streets here in Salem is a new community playground. It has things to climb on, things to swing on, but you don't need to have hands or feet to play here. And a lot of parents helped design it, and their children are thriving as a result of it. It's the long-awaited addition to the Salem Health Rehabilitation Center, a therapy playground called Let's All Play Place. And would you please welcome Trent Tompkins? He's a physical therapist with Salem Rehabilitation Center, Salem Health Rehab Center. And thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us more about the playground.
Well, the playground has really been a dream of mine since I started working at Salem Health 13 years ago.
Wow.
And as we worked with our patients over those last 10 to 13 years, we really found that there was just still something missing in our community and a way that we could really serve the children of our community better. And so out of that and a new move over to a new facility, this opportunity came up to do something really special, something that we didn't have in this community or even in surrounding communities. But we really wanted a place where all kids could just come and play, no matter what their physical or social ability was, that they could come and participate and play, which we know in the rehab center is so important to their overall development. So we're thrilled to have it, as clinicians love being out there and using it, but you can be in a wheelchair or use a walker, you can still be out there having a great time playing and really enhancing your overall development.
So how does that translate into the things that are actually in the playground?
Yeah, so when we started this whole process, we really wanted to make sure that each piece of equipment that we had in our playground had both a fun value, but also that clinical value. And so we took a lot of kind of shareholders in the process, and some of that was clinicians like myself and an occupational therapist and speech language pathologist. And we also met with parents as well and got their input and say, what are the things when you go to a park that your child's not able to do, and what have your experiences been? And so we met with them a few times too, and just took all that input, put it in a pot, and then out came just some really wonderful pieces of equipment and just a setup there that's just been wonderful to work with.
How many pieces of equipment does it have, and what kinds?
Well, it has everything from like slides and swings, and what's unique about that equipment compared to others at other parks is like the slide. You can actually get up to it without any stairs leading to it. So there's a pathway. If you're in a chair, a wheelchair, or a walker, you can access the top of the slide. It's built with this little bench by the side so you can transfer out of a wheelchair to get onto the slide. That was one of the things parents said, when our kid gets older, they just can't do the slide anymore because we can't navigate stairs to get to a slide.
And these water features, there's so many of them.
Yeah, the water feature's been a big hit, especially during the hot summer that we've been having
Who
here.
knew?
Exactly. But it's great on so many aspects. We see it's just great to splash around. From a clinician's standpoint, we see it as an opportunity for those children who maybe have a sensory sensitivity. We see a great opportunity for cooperative play. Some of these children on that autism spectrum disorder who we're working on social skills with, you got to have somebody pumping the water if you want to play in it. And so there's this natural taking turns and communication, interaction that happen. That's hard to emulate in just a clinic, more sterile kind of clinic environment.
All of the equipment came from Denmark. Why Denmark?
It just kind of naturally progressed that to get this equipment, we were going to have to kind of go overseas. And it was a big enough deal for us to make sure we got it right, that all of the issues that can entail was worth it to get the right equipment for the right opportunities for these kids.
Let's All Play Place. Let's go there.
Great.
I'm Izzy's mom, and Izzy was born without hands and feet, and it's been a big adjustment to learn to live in the world. They needed equipment that didn't require hands to play, and that was probably my biggest thing, because if you go to any park, almost anything that they have, you have to be able to grip, you have to be able to hold on, you have to be able to use those motor skills with your fingers to play.
The other thing that this playground has allowed us to do is help facilitate social skills groups. We start in the clinic setting to help these kids learn to interact and play and engage with each other. But then once we develop those skills in that setting, we're able to bring the kids out here with their families too, to see what it's like in a naturalistic environment out here, and that's where it really, takes hold. Kids are excited to be out here and play with each other, and the parents can see what we've been working on in the clinic setting come to life out in the community, and then the parents can see how to support that once they leave. So it's been a huge asset to the work that we do within the clinic out here to be able to bring our patients out here.
Every time we come here for our therapy, that's the first thing she talks about, is the park and when we can go and when we can play, and she's more independent. I think that it's that she can see things that she can get into and do, and they're easy and accessible, and she sees everyone else that are her peers playing, and that she can get on and do them too.
Wow.
That's
Isn't that
amazing.
neat?
Yeah,
Yeah, it really
that's
is.
good.
Yeah, I can't get enough of watching that. I love that. It's really-
So how does the playground also help parents to interact with their children that have special needs?
Parents and families, siblings.
Yes.
Yeah. Often in therapy, we realize that we get a brief amount of time with these kiddos to work on what they need to overcome some of the obstacles that they're facing. And we also know that it's really going to be the family's responsibility to take what they learn in this clinical environment and be able to apply that at home. As you can imagine, that can be pretty difficult sometimes for parents. And so the playground is an opportunity that we have to really show them a real world environment where they can see, we can pull them in, I can model, and then immediately the parent can step in and perform that same task with them. And it's fun, it's interacting, there's additional bonding that can go on with the parents. And when that all happens, the light bulb can go off with that parent, and it just motivates them even more.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing, I have 3 kids myself, and there's nothing more that motivates me than seeing a smile on their face or laughter coming from them to make me want to even be more focused on them. So, so this is a unique opportunity for that.
That's great. Well, and parents with children aren't born knowing all the things they need to know.
Sure.
So that's wonderful that you're modeling not only for the kids but the parents.
From the community are using this too. How are they interacting, and what benefits are derived from seeing just kids from the community playing with these kids with needs?
Yeah, those are some of my favorite experiences that I have, because I'll use it with my patients middle of the day, and during the summer kids aren't in school. That place was packed all summer long, and so I love when I take a child out there that maybe looks a little different or has some different equipment around them, and I see the other kids in the playground initially kind of keeping their distance, but then curiosity usually gets the better of them, and just they come up and they interact, and it just is this nice back and forth, and it's a learning experience for the child that I'm working with, and it's a learning experience for the other child to say, this is a little bit different, I'm not sure how to act, and the more experience and more exposure they get to that, the less awkward those situations become, and it just means so much to some of those the kids that I work with to be able to have that interaction.
And everybody's gone away learning something.
Yeah, exactly.
How do people get in touch with you? I know that they want to know more about the playground itself, but also about the rehabilitation center. And if I have it right, and it should be on your screen, it is salemhealth.org/services/rehabilitation. And if I got the phone number for you, it is 503-561-5200, 5200. That's 503-561-5200.
Yeah, that's great. I just encourage you to come out and check it out while the weather's good.
Let's all play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the soft surface, by the way. That is one of the features that I find just wonderful. People love that spongy texture.
Yeah, it's been great. So I appreciate you having me on today just to be able to talk about something that is just so amazing for this community.
Well, thank you for joining us today on InSight, and thank you. We'll see you again. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Ross Sutherland.